Hi Alana. After looking at what we're looking at last, collage. After looking at that, I started looking at other film festival posters, and I came across these from I think it's a Swedish film festival. And opposite to what I was looking at with collage, they haven't got any imagery from the films. However, I don't think it really needs it. This is coming at it from a different angle. It's just very suggestive and very they're using more of a high impact image to draw people's attention, should I say, and get people to just generally take notice of the poster, and then obviously the information is secondary then once they've actually been drawn in by the image. Even though the image has got a direct link to film, obviously, because everything's being made out of film reels. I'll show you a couple of other ones. These are for the same film festival. I think this shows that you don't really need to show clips of the film necessarily. I'm a bit worried about how to show different films and get lots of clips from films in. However, I quite like just the funness of these. The message is clear. It's something to do with film. You can see the film reels. You've got the tagline which ties it in. I quite like the overall composition. I like the way they put everything together, so even though one poster is a totally different image from the other, it's still a continuation of an advertising campaign. Going back to the brief, what we're asked to do to create 4 slides that have the same look and feel about them. I think even though these are posters, they've done that very, very well. 2 totally different posters. However, they've got very much the same look and feel about them. These 2 again, totally different colours, yellow, blue, but yet the composition where you've got your main focal point, your main image in the centre every time. Then you've got your typography, which is very similar. Even though there's more information on this one, you can still tell it's very much the same event. You can make that connection. I really like the typography. Obviously, it's I mentioned it's for a Swiss film festival, and this is very Swiss design style, very neat, very tidy. I quite like that because I've looked at some other festival posters and what have you, and posters in general to do with film, and the typography can be quite expressive and quite. They tend to use show fonts quite a lot on some of the individual film posters, but yet I quite like how neat this is. I think it gives a very professional look, very professional feel to the event. Nice, neat and tidy. However, this would be a bit small for our projections. It'd get lost on a projection, but yet I just like the way in general that they've used typography to help tie all the images in together, and that works very well. I also like the way that they've used lighting behind the images. That gives me on a subconscious level, on a subtle level, I think that ties in quite well with film. The darkness and the light coming from the cinema screen. You're sat in darkness looking at an image on screen. It feels to me like I'm sat here in darkness looking at these images. So I think that ties in quite well with film. Little things like that make a big difference. Yeah, I think they're very good then.